your face, mate, very frustrated tonight with that? Because you thought...
Yeah, very frustrated because, we knew there would be a strong team, physical team, very athletic, and we played in front of them for 45 minutes. They're a team, if you play in front of them, they'll win the ball back and punish you, and they did. You saw when you play down the sides of them and they make them run towards their own goal, they don't like it. And frustrated because they won too many duels. We didn't get close enough at times in the first half and gave away soft goals because of that.
You responded, you made 2 changes in the middle of the park, you switched your full-backs round. I mean, what did you not see? What you mapped out there basically from that group of players in that first half?
I just felt... I thought the first 10 minutes it was pretty even, if I'm honest, up until the penalty, but the penalty save appeared to give them more of a lift than our players. You just look at the goals. I think their first goal comes from our corner, second goal from a throw-in, and we never won enough duels. We never got close enough to their midfielders, and we never got in people's faces to make it tough for them when they entered our half. And it's what we'd spoken about. We spoke about looking for the switch of play, which we got Sam in a number of times in the first half, but didn't use it enough. But also just turning them around. And you saw when it was a foot race, Sargent and Timu had the legs of their centre halves all day.
Obviously, any goal you can see, you can look at it, pick the bones out of it, but particularly those 2 goals, he's free at the back post, and even the second goal, the lads reacted first, and then it's dropped, and Davis's mark must be hugely frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mistakes within it. The corner gets cleared, but and it was poor in terms of the actual corner, and that we didn't sustain the attack. But then we got bodies back. I think Dowler's in the left back position. Grant's back in. I think Andrew's back in. Sam's still coming back. But Dowler ends up making contact with Davis and leaving. I think it was Louise who scored it. And Grant never managed to get there. So a really poor goal to go and concede. And you could see it gave them their tails up. And, we didn't react quick enough for the second goal, which came from their throwing.
Good only make save, obviously, but did you think it was a penalty?
I thought it was an unfortunate one. I wasn't sure whether it was in the box. I haven't actually seen it back, but it just looks where 2 players run across each other. If there's contact, then yes, it's a penalty.
Did you see more of what you would have expected from your side in the second half? Obviously, you got the lifeline with Sargent just before half time, but second half, did you feel they went on again and imposed themselves? Yeah,
and I thought for 20 minutes, we really had them on the back foot. We've had, the disallowed goal where he's marginally offside, and then the big chance for Grant as well. Probably had 5 or 6, 7 corners as well where we got good balls into the box. And they just managed to defend them, but the second half was more of what we're about, and I thought physically we coped with them second half, whereas first half we didn't.
How concerned are you? 1 win in 5, you want to package it that way, but it's back-to-back defeats, so is that the championship? It's just up and down and just have to push on? No,
because our standards are set. We shouldn't be losing 2 games, I don't believe, in this league with the squad that we've got, and the players will be smarting from that, and I expect a reaction now at Carrow Road on Tuesday.
You said only last week you don't tend to go in and you like to let the dust settle and maybe debrief, and everybody's took the emotion out of it, but is there an occasion maybe when you see that, certainly in the first half, where they have to be told basically? It's not
they got it at half time, that's for sure. Too many players running off the back of us, too many duels not won. Yeah, they got it at half time, and hence the changes.
Real positive tonight, Isaac Hayden. I probably didn't want to throw him in that situation, but why did you think I'll go with him on the bench? You thought he was obviously ready, but then how did you think he did in the
Yeah, no, I had a chat with him and he felt he was ready to contribute. He said to me 45 minutes. In my head I was thinking 10 or 15 minutes, but unfortunately needs must at the time, and I thought we were losing a physical battle in midfield, and he was needed, and the good thing is he's got 45 minutes under his belt. What we'll do is have a look and see how he reacts to that now over the next couple of days.
You can see he brings that composure, that he's an experienced player, he knows what he needs to do in that area of the pitch, and that's good, but moving forward, what he can give you in that area of the pitch.
Yeah, no, he's a proper man, he's physical, he can win tackles, win headers, knows how to use the ball, knows where to be on the pitch. He's a good player, and that's why we signed him. So it's been frustrating for all parties that that's the first minutes he's got in a Norwich shirt this season.
What can you tell us about a day? You look like maybe gone over on the ankle then?
Yeah, it looks like he's gone over on his ankle. I thought it was a foul at the time as well, but we never seem to get too many of them this season.
I guess it's too early to tell, isn't it? You'll have to let it settle down.
Yeah, no, we'll see how it is over the next couple of days. Obviously, we've got Ben Gibson who's waiting in the wings as well.
Just a word on Gunny. Obviously, you went with him instead of Tim tonight. Made the penalty save. You couldn't really hold him to account for the 2 goals, could you? But overall, I don't think you did.
Yeah, no, I thought he did okay. As you say, good save from the penalty, and he made another good couple of saves, which I would expect him to save, and his distribution was all right as well.
Well, for me, I mean, you said after the Preston game, you'd have loved a midweek game when you've got that now, haven't you? You must be really looking to, get back to Carrow, Luton Town Tuesday night, and really put a marker down. Yeah, we have to. I mean, I'm really disappointed tonight because I thought it was a big opportunity. We could have put ourselves top of the league today. And we've thrown that opportunity away with, a lacklustre first half.
Dean, Isaac went down sort of halfway through the second half. I mean, it looked quite concerning, to be honest, when we were. Was that all okay? Yeah,
it was fine. I think he was having a breather from chasing back 80 yards.
That is the first time, just going back to the fullbacks, that we've seen you switch them around like that. What specifically was the thinking behind switching Max and Sam sides?
Well, I thought Sarr was causing Max problems, and Max had been on a caution. So I just didn't want Max to get involved in any other collisions with him. They seem to, target that area as well. So I just felt that it was the time to switch them.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers.
You also spoke about what you thought you lacked in the first half. What did you think Gabby Sarr and Hayden changed when you brought them on at half time?
Physicality. I just didn't feel I think it was Chowdhury, Louisa and Aspria. I thought they were running the game and we needed to get in their faces and stop them, which I didn't think we did in the first half.
In terms of that physicality, is that then something you maybe want to see Liam Gibbs improve on a little bit for him to reach that level?
No, listen, Liam Gibbs is a good young player and he'll get better and better. It's been tough for him, but really good for us to see him. What I mean by, these are a squad of players that got relegated out of the Premier League, so it was never going to be an easy game for him. But we know the potential that he's got, and we've seen from him. And I thought it was a little bit tough for him today.
It looked like you went with Sargent off the left, which obviously is off the right. He scored a goal from that position. What was the thinking behind that?
Exactly that, pretty much. I think he can, come off that side and cause problems. And we felt that if he attacked the inside shoulder of Gosling, that there'd be a lot of space for him or space for Sam on the outside, which we had, but we didn't use enough. And I just feel sometimes, you can have a lot of football players who just want to play football, and there's got to be a game within that football and not just playing fronts. And that game is turning people around at times, and some players don't want to do that at times because they feel like they're giving the ball away. But Timu Pukki and Josh Sargent will tell you where they want the ball, which is in behind the defenders.
And you weren't tempted to use that 4-3-1-2, which looked quite effective at times on the weekend?
Yeah, I was tempted, but I thought this was a different game today to use that. I felt we could, stretch their midfielders and get play through that. As I said, after on Saturday, sometimes it's horses for courses, and I felt Sarge played quite close to, Timu today, which is what we wanted as well.
John, was there a reason for bringing Angus in, or other than it felt a good time to do it?
No, it just felt right. I felt over the last couple of games, Tim will probably feel he could have done better with a couple of the goals, and I think it's good for the culture of the team that everybody's on their toes, and I thought it was the right decision.
Adam?
You mentioned about Josh Sargent cutting in, scoring with his right boot. Obviously, Watford switched, having Semmer and Sarr on opposite flanks, which they hadn't normally done. Obviously, your assistant knows all about the threat of both of those players. Was it a decent little switcheroo that Slaven Bilic had pulled off ahead of kick-off? Did it catch you a little bit by surprise, or not really?
No, not really. Max is an accomplished right back. We know we know the type of player that Sarr is, and you know he's handled a lot of players in his time in the Premier League and the Championship. So I felt he would do well against him, and unfortunately, I think the booking, which I thought was extremely harsh, put him under pressure.
Okay, thanks
Cheers.
everybody.
Thank you.